Crossing is my latest obsession and I want to make a fan feature for it. There. That's the thesis. I consider myself a creative person, and sometimes in bed or in the shower or walking around the house, I make up features for games I like. Today, I will be sharing one of the features I thought of for Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you don't already know what Animal Crossing is, Google it. I don't know how long this video will turn out to be, and I do not want to waste time explaining something I believe is pretty well known. With that out of the way, this video will be structured in different segments. I will try to remember to timestamp the different segments in the description or comments, but honestly, I can't promise anything because I have a terrible memory when it comes to these things. Now, I'm sure you who are watching are all wondering what the heck this brand new feature would be, unless I put it in the thumbnail. So, my feature idea is the ability to own and decorate multiple islands. There would be a couple of requirements to unlock a second island. 1. You need your current island at 5 stars. 2. You need the museum completed. Once this is done, you get a cutscene next time you enter the town hall. Nook will praise you with the work you have done with your first island, then he will ask you if you would like to team up to improve another island getaway package. You will then have to pay your share of the new island, which will most likely be expensive, probably around 2 million bells, just by how the game works and how it prices things, and you will get to choose a new map to start with. After that, Nook will provide you with 3 different options. Option 1. Continue to the new island. This option allows you to go to the island using your funds, crafting recipes, items, and terrain manipulation abilities to build the island. You could consider this almost a New Game Plus type of deal. Option 2. Ask for an authentic getaway package experience. This will provide you with an experience like you just started the game. No unlocks, your recipes are gone, starting from scratch again. You can travel between your islands, but you can't take your inventory between islands. Instead, they will be saved to each island respectively. Option 3. Refer a friend. This option allows you to start from scratch with a new player character you create. It is essentially the same as option 2, except you create yourself a new character avatar to play as. Regardless of the option you choose, the island you are not on will not change while you are away from it. This is to stop annoying weed growth or villagers moving out without you there, along with other hassles. On this new island, you have to build everything from scratch, including the shops. Of course, you can always reuse the same shops and shopkeepers and not think about how they can transfer islands so quickly. But I also think it would be fun if this feature allowed new shops for the same features, or at least new shopkeeps. One option for the town hall was to have Isabelle and Nook solo run their own island and take up all duties for their specific town hall. However, I think another NPC might fit better. Isabelle will call in her brother Digby for the job. He will be the solo island runner for the beginning of the new island. Once a slightly different looking town hall gets built, Digby will call in an acquaintance from an old job to help out and do what Isabelle usually does. This character will be Lottie. I personally think these characters would fit to help run a new town hall, and it would be a fun way to reintroduce them to the game. I don't think we should split up the Nook Cranny siblings. Instead, I think we should bring back an old shop that hasn't made an appearance yet. Retail. We know Reese and Cyrus will appear in the wedding event, but they don't appear to have a role other than that. Retail will work like Nook's Cranny, and once upgraded, has the extra ability to display items you personally want to sell to the villagers. Just like in New Leaf. Perhaps Cyrus might even customize furniture for you, using bells as an alternative to how we do it now. Part of the new island would be going through and filling the museum again, and I really struggled to come up with an alternate shopkeeper for it. Now, this may be a bit of a stretch, but what about Phineas? He's not done anything related to the museum in past games, but I think his aesthetic fits. On this new island, he is an adventurer, wanting to discover and display all types of fish and bugs and art that he can. I know this is a bit of a weird pick, but I think he may be a fun, unique option, and a little bit out of the box for a new museum caretaker. Finally, we have the clothes shop. The first option is for LaBelle to open her own clothing shop. You can find 5 LaBelle items along with the other clothes at this shop. Sapol will then take up LaBelle's usual role on this new island, looking for new design inspiration. The other option is, of course, Gracie. She can set up her new unique shop with special Gracie items, along with 2 pieces of designer furniture. Perhaps Harriet can have a hair salon on a 2nd floor as an upgrade that will give you access to unique hairstyles that can't be unlocked via Nook Miles or buying a mirror. I think Gracie is the obvious choice for an alternative shopkeeper to an Able sister. When creating these new shops, I want to try to give them new features to give starting over an incentive and not just a boring repetition of the main game. Other than the shops, what will you do on this new island? Well, the same thing as the first island. You now have a 2nd island to customize in a unique manner along with 10 more villager spots for you to fill. I also think certain events like the fishing tourney should take place on different days than on the first island. This section isn't that long, I just wanted to clarify that it basically works the same as the first island except for the shops and some of the event times. Well, that is my fan feature. I imagine it would work as a final update for the game, and be adjusted for the new features that will be added before this. If you like the style of this video, maybe I'll do another. Comment on another game you might want me to make a feature for. Of course, I am in no way a game designer, so I'm not counting things like cost or development time in these videos. It's just something I do for fun. I wrote the entire script while listening to Shrek's 2 holding out for a hero. That's not important or anything. I just wanted to share.